Hello, my loves. Welcome to an almost personal reading. So this is a very in-depth reading that's going to give you a lot of clarity on where your person is at right now. Now, this is different than my usual pick of cards. I do these once in a while especially because some of you have been with me since I started this channel years ago, and these are the original Live Tarot Classic vintage readings, and I know many of you still love them very much, and I still get messages and emails requesting these readings. So I do it for you guys because I love you and I want to appreciate you. And also because I love these readings because, you know, it's definitely more in depth. I feel like more comes out, like, you know, just more meaning, more insight, more everything, because it's not divided into 3 groups, right? So if you are new to the almost personal reading, this is how it works. We are going to ask 4 questions of spirit on your behalf, okay? So this is the reading that you chose, right? So if you clicked on this reading, you were divinely guided to it. This is your reading. This is going to give you clarity on what is going on between you and your person. Each of the 4 questions I ask are very powerful. They're also time-stamped in the box below. So instead of picking from 3, you've picked this one, and this is your almost personal reading, okay? So before we begin, I just want to remind you this is a general reading. Not everything may resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. But if you're at that place where you do want to go in deep on what is going on in your unique and special journey with your person, then I highly recommend that you do a personal reading with me and you do the live reading experience. I'm one of the few people who offers this because I very much believe in the power of a live connection where we get together on video call. It's extremely healing, transformative, and you will feel that expansion. You will feel each question come up in real time that is coming from your soul that you want an answer to. And what I love about these also is that they can be video recorded. So that way you can watch them multiple times. You can watch your reading multiple times. And I just think that that is truly beneficial because so much comes out, right? So much that you probably wouldn't even get it all in just one go through. So this will give you an opportunity to have a richness of information and insight so you can make great decisions for yourself as you move forward. I also offer pre-recorded video readings. So if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. Okay, so now let's get started. So we're going to shuffle. And this is going to be for you and your special person. Dear Spirit, please give us your best guidance and insight for you and your person. Okay, so I've pre-shuffled my other decks, but these are the main 2. So let's get started with our first question for Spirit on your behalf. So Spirit, can you please tell us what is going on in your person's current energy? Where are they in their current energy and in their life journey? Well, this one just flipped over. And in their life journey at this time. So we have the 10 of Cups. We have the King of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Interesting. So we do have a very kind of dynamic couple coming through here. So definitely thinking of you. We have detachment. Retreat. What is your person's current energy? Protection. And where are they in their life's journey? Okay. Let's take both of these. All right. So I feel like for some of you, there's been some sort of a separation or a pause on this connection. And I feel like your person right now in their life's journey, like they're really deeply wanting emotional satisfaction. They deeply want to feel loved, to give love, to receive love, and they deeply want a happily ever after. You know, like to me, this is such a beautiful energy of like, okay, we are good. Like, you know, we are feeling so connected. We are feeling so emotionally content. And we might even, for those of you in that phase of life, we might even be building a family together. So I feel like this person really wants this happy ending. Okay, they really want to feel this. They're coming into a place in their life where it's becoming more and more urgent for them to receive this. Okay, but something has been making this seem a little bit out of reach for them. Okay, so I feel like right now, like this is what they wanted, but where they're at right now is this Five of Pentacles, where they feel like they've been denied this happy ending, where they feel like they are in an isolated place right now, or either you guys have broken up, or there's been some, you know, something that has happened that has made them feel like they have to either walk away or detach from you or detach from the situation. But whatever it is, it feels temporary, but it feels very, very painful. Okay, so this person is feeling very, very rejected, isolated, in despair, feeling like they're kind of locked out. So I don't know if some of you, like, I'm also getting a blocking energy from this one. So I don't know if something happened that was, you know, really big, and you feel like, you know, you've currently like blocked each other, either energetically or actually physically, in, you know, in terms of your, you know, text messages, phone, social media. But I feel like they also think that the two of you could have been better. Like, I feel like, you know, you guys are matching energies here, but look how you're kind of looking away from each other, right? So there's a coldness right now. So I do feel that right now this person is starting to kind of see that maybe they didn't open up their heart space energy, and maybe you didn't either. Maybe you guys were both kind of like, you know, when things got tough, or when, you know, when things got to the point where it's like, do we want this 10 of Cups? That's where people did not really open up. They kind of froze. You know, the Swords energy can definitely be, you know, while it has its benefits of being kind of logical and strategic, and let's not get carried away, you know, let's be smart about life, and it has its place, but I think maybe they feel, or that both of you kind of came from that colder perspective when it came to your relationship and the dynamics of it, or like the challenges or the obstacles or any kind of like, you know, issues that came up. Both of you kind of came from more of a logical perspective, and you didn't really open up your hearts and really come from a heart-based perspective. And that might also be because, you know, Swords energy is also kind of very egoic. So I feel like this person does feel that right now there is some sort of a retreat, like, you know, like if they have retreated, if there's been a detachment between the two of you, it feels like it's more like mental energy. It feels like it's not really about your heart. It's a bit more ego triggers, right? Like, I feel like this person is suffering right now because of this swords energy. Like, it just feels like you both wanted this 10 of cups, but you're both kind of like being denied, or have denied yourselves that 10 of cups, because whatever the obstacles or challenges were in this relationship has triggered more of your ego, your pride, and those like mental defenses. Okay, so I feel like this person right now, they're trying to detach and protect themselves, because there's something that has been very hurtful here, but it's also been very hurtful towards their ego. Something here where it's like their ego felt destroyed. Something felt like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like there's a coldness. Okay, you are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So this is good, because I feel like this person is also, your person is starting to kind of see that this is not the way to the 10 of cups. Like, this is not the path, right? This is not the path towards a 10 of cups. It's about opening up your heart and, you know, being open to vulnerability, not always trying to protect yourself. Because I feel like there's also this like fetal position here where it's like something has happened here that has hurt both of you very much, or that has disappointed you both, and you both have gone into some sort of fetal position, or like defensive protective mode, like, you know, trying to protect yourself. So I feel like right now there is a bit of a retreat, but I also feel like this person wants to maybe have some alone time with you to figure this out, because this is also about these people saying, okay, let's turn our backs to whatever our worldly problems are. Maybe we need to go into a quiet, sacred space of isolation so the two of us can work this out. Because I do feel that maybe some of it has to do with people around you, or outside influences, or, you know, some sort of like the world being kind of at your doorstep, you know. And for some of you, I feel like that may have added a lot of pressure or a lot of problems with people around you, or real world life situations around you. And again, this person wishes that they could just kind of like, you know, shut the world out and really just spend time talking to you, because I think they want the warmth to come back. Okay, they want, to me, this is very much like the sun's energy as well. Like, there again, there's been a coldness here. This person wants love, warmth, all of that like good feeling to come back. Like, they know that you guys are on a journey. This has definitely been a journey. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it for them, because this relationship, this connection, regardless of its ups and downs, has been a tremendous blessing for them in their life, right? So I almost feel like right now in their current energy, the real answer is they're feeling like they're out in the cold. Everything has been very cold. They're trying to go back into warmth and love. Like, that's where they would prefer to be. They would prefer to recreate that, to go back to that. So let's see, how do they actually deeply feel about you? So what are your person's deep feelings about you right now? We have 7 of Wands flipped out there. 6 of Cups. Page of Swords. How does your person deeply feel about you? 3 of Cups. Right now, how do they deeply feel? Okay, the World. Compassion. Creation. How do they deeply feel about you now? Just flip down home. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. Okay. So there's definitely, again, some sort of a stubborn energy between the two of you that's coming through, you know? It's like with the Seven of Wands, it's almost like maybe if you guys are in some form of silence right now, it's like everybody wants to stand their ground. It's almost like, okay, they're waiting for you to reach out. You're waiting for them to reach out. For some of you, there may be some sort of a stalemate right now. Like nobody wants to be the first to like reach out or bring this up. There's definitely, you know, a little bit of like a defensive energy. There's definitely like, okay, I'm trying to stand my ground because I believe that I'm right. But again, this goes back to that King of Swords, Queen of Swords stance, right? Where, you know, that again, ego driven, and don't feel bad that I say this, we all have it. We all have ego, we all have emotions, we all have like, you know, but how do you navigate and negotiate that in a relationship to make it work? That is a difference between success and failure, right? So again, I feel like this is kind of a lingering energy here of that, you know, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, where it's like you're more in your head, you know, you've gotten a little defensive, you're trying to stand your ground, you know. Page of Swords, again, I feel like to me, the Page of Swords is always a card of there's things I want to say, there are things I'm thinking, but right now I'm holding back. I'm not fully communicating what I'm truly thinking. And I feel like it goes back to someone is waiting for the other to, you know, come forward. But underneath all of that kind of stubborn energy is still this soulmate energy of Six of Cups. Like, you know, you guys are soulmates. When you're not mad, like in those moments where you're not like angry at each other, like right now, or like if you're feeling some sort of like, you know, negativity underneath all of that, there is tremendous love. There's tremendous connection. There's this nostalgia. There's this like, you know, I don't want to let you go. Like you're still my person. I may be mad at you, but you're still my person. It's like that kind of energy. I feel like this person is, you know, trying to come into compassion, right? Trying to come into compassion, trying to come into, you know, you are the one, you know, you are the one for me. And the thing is, see, I'm just like, this is so beautiful because it's kind of like this sense of, you know, we have come to a place where let's make a decision. Are we gonna let our differences divide us, or are we going to let our differences be, work those differences out, and actually focus on our bigger goals? So I just feel like this person, look at this whole row here, which I absolutely love. You are the one for this person, okay? They want to create something with you. They want to create something bigger than what you guys have been creating so far. It's almost like they feel that the vision of what you want together has to be bigger than the current situation where you guys might, you know, not be aligned, where you guys might not be seeing eye to eye, where there's like issues that need to be resolved. But see, I feel like underneath all of that, this person, they want to create a home and a life with you. And how beautiful to me, this goes back to that 10 of Cups. What is that 10 of Cups? And it's interesting because that's the first card that we got from your person, right? The first energy of where they are in their current energy and towards you and this connection and in their life as well. See, they want home and marriage. Okay, so, and you know, this, it doesn't have to be, it depends on where you are in your, you know, life journey, but I feel like the marriage card just represents solid commitment. You are the one for me. See, that's very clear with that Six of Cups, right? I just feel like this person wants to come out of that Seven of Wands and show more compassion for each other. And I feel like this is where that, again, that heavy swords energy is going to start to kind of melt away. I feel like this person, they really, Three of Cups, they just want to have fun with you again. If things have been heavy, you know, if things have been full of conflict and there's been negativity or just like misunderstandings or just like ways in which you feel like you're just not on the same page, this person wants to lighten the energy. They want to have fun with you. They want to just, you know, be in a much more laid back, relaxed environment with you. Okay. For some of you who this might be like a long distance relationship, I think that's another reason why this person wants to focus on the bigger picture. Like they feel like, okay, our goal right now should be how can we, you know, work towards being in the same place in the world? Can we work towards being in the same, you know, location? Can we work towards like, what is our bigger goal? Why are we letting these petty fights get in the way? Okay. And that's just for some of you who are long distance, but it doesn't have to be. But even then, even if you're not long distance, I just feel like this person wants your worlds to connect. Okay. Because right now there's some issue here where your worlds haven't been feeling like they're connecting, right? So I feel like they want to get back into a space with you that is all about creating your future. Something has felt like it has gotten the two of you off track, or there's like you've been sidelined, like you've been getting off the track. And I feel like your person, to them, it's all about this big goals of creating a home and a commitment with you. And they want to go back to the focus on those bigger goals. Okay, this is really good. So let's take a look at are there any issues or shadows, blocks that need to be worked through? Okay, so what are the main issues, shadows, or blocks that need to be worked through? See, negative thinking. See, going back to that swords energy. What are issues, shadows, or blocks that need to be worked on, or that may be delaying or just putting more pressure on this union or reunion with your person? Okay, interesting. So see, you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So see, this is why I feel like for you guys, it's just the same issue of that heavy, you know, being in your head instead of opening up your heart space, you know? And then the more you guys are in your head, the more there's negative thinking, the more 10 of Wands, like the more it's going to feel like a burden, right? So I feel like this is something you both need to work through. Maybe you're both at that place where you do, like when things go wrong or when things are unsettled in the relationship, maybe both of you have a tendency towards like thinking negatively, and that's natural. Or like there's like this kind of like fearful, you know, because there's a fear of losing each other. Right? So I feel like Spirit is saying here that, you know, you need to, again, counteract this by not staying in your heads, you know, by opening up your hearts, you know, and not letting things get to be so heavy, you know, that no one's talking, right? So no one's talking about it. Everybody's kind of cold and in their corners. And the more you're in your corners, the more this is going to weigh on your shoulders, right? So we don't want that. So that's something we want to work through. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. See, so we're getting the word compassion again. So I do feel that, you know, your person is coming to that conclusion, and you probably are too, is that maybe you could be more compassionate to each other. Maybe you can come from compassion instead of coldness when your ego is triggered, when your pride is triggered, when something, happens, or they say something that you don't like, or they do something that you don't like, right? Because it seems to me with this Page of Wands that maybe one or both of you, tends to sometimes take actions that are a bit on the immature side, right? So it's kind of like, okay, how can we come out of that immaturity? And the way to come out of that, the kind of one of the great markers of maturity is compassion. Like when you are triggered, are you going to lash out kind of like a child, or are you going to step back, take a deep breath, and come back with compassion? That is the difference. And that's what I feel in this reading. We've been getting these energies of compassion. Okay, how can I compassionately look at your perspective? Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Okay, so I feel like I love the fact that we got the idea of, being magical with King of Cups energy. So again, right now, look at the difference. We started with the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Now Spirit is saying, okay, the way to remove that block is to come into your open heart energy. That's where the magic is. Open your heart with compassion, with understanding. Try to bring the ego down and bring your heart space up. I love this. This is so beautiful. Love it. So I feel like Spirit's been very clear on how you can kind of get through whatever the blocks, shadows, and obstacles are. So now let's see what's next. What action does your person wish to take next towards you and this connection? Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, the Lovers. I love that. Beautiful. Four of Pentacles. Temperance. Peacefulness. I love that. Beautiful. Reconciliation. See, soulmate again. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. So look at this beautiful, beautiful Lovers energy, the Queen of Pentacles. So again, to me, this is all about with soulmate. So we have this beautiful repeating energy of how serious this person is. To me, this goes back to that marriage card. It goes back to the, again, full circle on the 10 of Cups, the home, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles is the queen of all of that, right? She's the queen of the home, the stability, the marriage, if that's what you want, or the commitment, right? Like this is a very solid energy to be in. It's the energy of trust. Is the energy of peacefulness in day-to-day life. Like, look how peaceful she is. Look at that. She's just enjoying this beautiful home and environment and relationship and connection that she has created. And it doesn't even, and it's an energy, right? It's the energy of peace, stability. And it doesn't even have to be a she. I just say that because she is a queen, but it's the overall energy of peace and stability. And that's where I feel your person wants to go with you. Maybe you guys have struggled to achieve this level of peace, but I feel like your person still feels that it is possible. So for those of you who are in some sort of, separation right now, there is definitely a reconciliation here. Okay. This person, they fantasize about you. You're the only person they wish to be intimate with. If you guys are in separation, they miss this intimate aspect of the relationship. It's something that they want back. Four of Pentacles. Okay. So they do feel very protective of you. They do feel like they're still holding on to this possibility. Like they're not willing to let it go. They're not willing to let you go. They also are aware though that sometimes, again, I feel like to me, this is the energy of they are holding on to you. They're not letting you go, but both of you can be a little bit selfish, again, with that King and Queen of Swords energy. And it's like they realize that you guys have had some resistance. You guys have been pushing against each other and then pulling towards each other, right? And that some of the things that have been going on have come from that, right? Like there's something in you wanting to be right, you wanting to prove to the other person that you're right, that's still there. There's a lingering energy there. Again, these things are not like changed overnight, but if you guys have the awareness that you guys do have this kind of resistance to each other at times, you do kind of like selfishly hold on to your opinions and your need to be right, then you can kind of start from there, right? You can acknowledge that and then come into that compassion. So I do feel that right now, both your person, look at these major arcanas, the Hermit and the Temperance, like you and your person might both be in Hermit mode right now. Again, something big may have happened here. You guys have isolated. You guys are kind of, maybe spending some time in solitude within yourselves to kind of come to an answer, see the light. The thing about the Hermit is, yes, they are in solitude, but they are also always carrying, you don't see it on this card, but the lantern, right? Oh, here's the lantern. I don't know why they have the lantern all the way down here. So the Hermit is always looking for the answer and needs to go into solitude and silence in order to process and find it. When the Journal card comes through, it really is about needing time to process, needing time to find the light, to find the answer, and to find your stability again. So again, for those of you who this has been a very confusing time, or this has been a very heartbreaking, like exhausting time for you, then I feel like both of you are coming back into balance. And when this balance happens, this temperance, when you feel, at peace within yourselves again, and you feel like, okay, I think I can approach this conversation from compassion, when you process through these emotions, I feel that your person is definitely, still, like, to me, Six of Cups, there's the confirmation again, like when this whole processing ends and the light comes and the answers come, your person, their opinion, their feelings haven't changed. You're still their soulmate. You're still the love of their life. That this is what they want. So I feel like, there's going to be a major conversation here. There's going to be more than one conversation here as to how to come to this with peacefulness and compassion. But I do feel that your person, they do have a bit of fear, like, is this going to work? Like, there is a sense of mystery to them. They're like, I don't know. Like, they're wondering where this is going to end up. Like, they're wondering what the conclusion will be. They're not quite sure, if you want this, if you want to work on this. Like, they feel like there is some sort of a mystery here. But I feel like that's why the conversation is coming, so that you guys aren't in confusion. You guys aren't in mystery about what is going on, and there's clarity. I feel like with this Hermit and this, like, you guys are both coming towards a place where the conversations are going to happen that are going to bring you clarity on what are your next steps, because I think both of you want the same thing. You have the same vision. It's a matter of how to make that vision happen in a way that's satisfying to both of you. Wow. Okay. I'm very excited for you guys. This was really powerful. I hope you liked it. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. Twin Flame Oracle is the one that's right here, and the Divine Feminine Entrepreneur. They are all at Amazon. The links are in the box below. They're FBA. They'll get to you really quickly. They're a really great price, and they're great gifts. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. Thank you so much for being here and for your support, and I'll see you all on the next one.